Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the next episode of Principles Podcast. So this is episode 7, and this is going to be our half-term review. Apologies that I've not done one for the last 3 or 4 weeks. It's been incredibly hectic. I've been wanting to, but other things have just taken over and taken priority. So I thought I'd use this as an opportunity to outline and share everything that's been happening in the Academy over the last 6 to 7 weeks. A reminder before we go any further, though, what we are all about. So our values is who we are, it's how we act, it's how we behave, it's why we behave. And our care values are really important to us. They're not just words on a wall. We want to live and breathe them. And that's courage, ambition, respect, and excellence. And together they form our care values, because at Ormiston Ilkeston Enterprise Academy, we care. We care about students, we care about future, we care about education, we care about our local community. So what have we had going on? We had here at Parents Evening. We always love Parents Evening. It's nice getting parents onto site and speaking to the children and the parents and seeing the smiles when we tell the parents how much progress they're making, but also using it as that opportunity to have those corrective conversations and to raise some issues, because that's the right thing to do, because we have high expectations from all of our young people. We've got the Christmas concert on the 13th of December. This probably goes out just after that. Massive thank you to the music and drama team, Miss Selby, Miss Hall, Miss Lowe, who absolutely are fundamental to this becoming the huge success that it always is. And we've had parent visits. We've had the deadline for secondary school choices this half term. So at the start of the half term, I conducted parent visits, and I'm really excited and really happy to report that it looks like we're going to be oversubscribed yet again. So last year was the first year we were oversubscribed and we had a waiting list, and it looks like that's going to happen again now. So next academic year, we're going to have more students at the school than we've ever had before. And that is because of our improved reputation and you know, the good work that the team and teachers and students are starting to exhibit. And yeah, we're just really proud that that work is being recognised within the local community, and people are once again sending their students here as their school of choice. We also had our OAT conference, so all the head teachers and senior leaders and chief executive officers and chair of governors from all across the trust sort of descend into a conference hall for a couple of days every November, and we had that. And what made this year really special for me is some of our students showing incredible amounts of courage, because some of our students were selected to open the event as part of the choir. Some of our students were asked to form part of a live lesson, live on stage in front of loads of head teachers, led by a teaching and learning expert. And then 2 of our students were one of the most bravest things I've ever seen, one of the most courageous things I've ever seen, just on stage, sat on a chair, answering questions in front of a room of 300 strangers. I'm not sure I'd have had the courage to do that. And so for the fact 2 of our amazing year 10s did that, I was just sat there in the audience, and I was absolutely filled with pride and joy. We've had loads of visitors from other schools. Again, word is getting out in terms of our reputation and the good work that we do, especially within the trust. So we've had someone come in, a head of science from a different trust school, to see how we work in science. The same for history and geography. And also the same from a teaching and learning focus, how we quality assure our teachers, how we help them improve, how we provide feedback for them to improve. So it's nice getting visitors from other schools, because that tells us that, you know, we are certainly doing something right. And we've had our OAT reviews, so Ormiston Academy Trust reviews. My line manager, director of education, and other principals from the trust come into our school and say, you're doing this really well, maybe start thinking about this as your next step. So it's just a check, it's a review. And I was so pleased with the feedback that we got. It specifically spoke about massive improvements in behaviour. It spoke about warmth and respect, and the fact that our children are so respectful and say good morning and good afternoon. The consistency of what we're seeing in lessons was absolutely fantastic, and a huge step in the right direction compared to when we had our last review, which was last February. And just a general sense of progress made. the staff are happier, the children are happier, they can all articulate our journey and how much progress and improvement we have made in quite a short space of time. We've had our inclusion review from the Director of Inclusion, which clearly states we are meeting the needs of our students, especially those that are vulnerable and have special educational needs. And we also had our Trust Science review, and that showed that our implementation of the new Oat Science curriculum and our adaptation of that is absolutely on point. And we've got some new teachers in science, new to the career, and they are absolutely flying. We're really proud of them. As is the case, we have assemblies every week. Our recent assemblies are focused on unkind behaviour and how that makes people feel and how we treat people and how we respect people. We've looked at discrimination and protected characteristics and the law. We focus on men's health, and for the month of November I grew a moustache. All the kids loved it and they did not mock me one little bit, but it was really good to highlight things like male cancer charities actually receive more phone calls from women than they do men, and women are 5 times more likely to go to a GP than men. So it's getting that message across very early to try and change their behaviours as they get older. This week's assembly is all about British values, and next week's assembly is all about rewards and recognition. And linked to that, this year we have so far handed out 67,192 at the time of filming positive care points, which, you know, is a huge shift. We like to focus on the positives. We like to focus on those praise postcards and the care postcards at the end of the lesson. And it's nice to have those conversations and kids walking down the corridor waving their postcards at me. Look, sir, I got one, and it's so nice to see. And obviously year 11s, in fact, most students in most year groups have now completed their first significant summative assessment, but year 11s have gone through their first round of their year 11 practice exams, Maths, English, Science, more to come after January and then again in February and March. But how they've started their mocks in year 11, they are rising to my challenge, and my challenge was for them to be the best year group that's ever left this school, and they are on course to do that. And that's because of their improved attitude and their focus in their GCSE lessons and their exams. So there's nothing left for me to say except for saying Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you so much for all of your support. We hope you have a great Christmas. It's a time for spending time with like friends and family and loved ones and just switching off, because January is going to be really important for us as a school. We're looking to make that next massive stride in the right direction, but that's only going to be achievable if our community have a great Christmas and are well rested and well relaxed and come back firing on all cylinders. And then I'll leave you with our contact if you do want to get in touch. But on behalf of me, my staff, the whole school, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thank you for all of your support, and I'll talk to you very soon in the new year. Thank you.